Hey guys, it's Gracie. It's Tuesday, August 23rd, and I'm gonna get right into the Q&A. So, there's lots of questions on Instagram. I'm just gonna start. How long before you could lift again? I was doing like leg press and like leg machines, leg curls, stuff like that, leg extensions, about probably about 9 or so days after the surgery. And then I was benching the empty bar, I think around 2.5 weeks after surgery. I think it's different for everybody, and I think I got really lucky in that department. And I was doing pull-ups like sets of 10. Like I'm like, oh, I wonder if I can get one pull-up, and I got up on the bar and I did like 10 unbroken pull-ups, like no problem. Like nothing felt like it was shifting or moving or gonna pop out or anything. That was like definitely less than a month post-op, probably like almost a month, maybe like 3 weeks. But I got super lucky. Like I healed so quick. Yeah, so I think everybody's different though. Honestly, how much pain were you in and for how long? I was not in a lot of pain because I was on, so much painkillers. I was pretty much just sleeping for like the first 4 days after surgery. I got surgery Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, yeah, Saturday, and still Sunday. There, I was in a haze for actually like a long time after I stopped taking the painkillers. I stopped taking the painkillers on Saturday or Sunday, and the surgery was on Wednesday. But for almost like probably 10 days, I didn't even feel like I could drive. Like they had left me in such a fucking haze and such a fog. And I actually had a really hard time. I thought like I would have it totally under control. I'm a recovering addict, and I've only ever had to take narcotics once when I broke my arm. I had surgery, and that was at 5 years clean, and I almost relapsed. It was really, really hard to, take the Percocet as prescribed. And not like save it for whenever I didn't need it and take it then, or just take anyways. It was really tough. So I thought, okay, I've been through this once before. I know that, like, I know I'm an addict, even though I haven't gotten high in a really long time. Like, so I was like prepared, but no, I guess you just can't fucking be prepared for that shit. On like the Sunday night, I was like crying on the bathroom floor. I was going through like a really hard time. I ended up like Gage, like my fiance, told me, well, by the time this is up, he'll probably be my husband. I'm getting married this weekend. He texted me and he told me like to flush, like I think I had I don't remember, but it wasn't painkillers. It was a downer, some kind of Xanax or something like that, Valium. Anyways, it was really hard, and so yeah. Be careful with that shit. It can really fuck you up. I think whether you're an addict or not. But I stayed clean, and in about 5 weeks, I will have 10 years clean. So the pain wasn't bad. The drugs were really good. To answer the question. What were the risk factors your doctor mentioned when going back to training? I hear horror stories of implants slipping out the side while benching. I didn't hear any horror stories. My doctor was pretty conservative though. Like he just said, just do whatever you can handle and don't push it. So, and that's what I did. He's like, start back whenever you feel like you can. And so I just took it really easy. And will this affect your bench? And if so, in what ways? Well, for me, my goals right now aren't, to be like strong. So if they were, I've seen girls come back from boob jobs super quick and be hitting PRs, like all-time PRs in like less than 6 weeks. Some of the girls in the pack, in my DCS pack. But because like those aren't my goals right now, like I wasn't even seriously training for like a month before the surgery, and I haven't seriously been training since, and that was 8 weeks ago. So just for like a little bit of lower body, like I'm gonna compete in deadlift at the Olympia. But yeah, for sure it's gonna affect your bench. But I mean, like if you're like, if you don't want to take the time off, like I think you can get back to where you were like in not a long time. Let's say you have a raw bench, or let's say you're a raw bencher. I think it talks about shirted bench press in here somewhere, but I guess we'll get there when we get there. it affected my bench a lot because I haven't been training it, but that's okay. My questions were, what kind of incision, what kind of pocket did they create, what material for the implants, how many cc's, how long until you're back to everyday activities, driving, cooking, wiping your ass. I actually heard like horror stories of like you can't like wipe your ass for a few days later and like make sure you have somebody with you, and that wasn't the case at all. I was able to wipe my own ass. The incision is under the breast. The pocket is inside the muscle. So the implants are under the muscle. That was like one of the most common questions. The material for the implants are textured silicone. It's like what they're calling a gummy bear texture. So like if you cut it, it wouldn't spill out. It just kind of like what would happen if you cut a gummy bear. So textured silicone, they stay firmer longer, and it's more of a fake look. Whereas some of the regular silicone is like maybe like a more natural look. How many cc's? They're 440 cc's, and they're high profile. So high profile is like the most frontal projection. I was really afraid that the implants would make me look heavier because I'm like already like a big chick. Well, I'm not a big chick, but like 150 pounds. I'm smaller now, but like when I had them done, you know, like when I'm competing, like I'm like 160 and like 5'3", 5'4". So I didn't want the implants to make me look fat or like heavier than I was. So I really wanted them to come out in front. I still have like side boob, but I didn't want them to just be like flat and out to the side. So I think that answers all of those questions. And the my doctor was super conservative, and he's like, oh no, the most your body can handle is like 360 or something. And I was going in there with like pictures of boobs thinking, oh, this is what I want, please, thank you very much. And he's like, no honey, like your chest is never gonna look like that because like this is the way your chest is, like all I can do is make what you have bigger. And like my like breasts are like separated, you know, because I have like a muscular chest, so they're never gonna be like touching. Or like the gap will never be closed unless I got like 1,000 cc's or some shit, which obviously is not gonna happen, or I'm not interested. So yeah, there's like a maximum you can't, I guess. I didn't know, so I didn't really know a lot about it. I mean, I asked some girlfriends, but the consultation answered like a lot of my questions. So yeah, he was like, no, max is gonna be like 350, 375, something like that. And I was like, well, it's like I don't even want them anymore. Like I wanted like at least, I wanted like, you know, like over 400, and I wanted a D cup breast. And I was like going from like probably like an A, I don't know, like I didn't have any breast tissue at all, just muscle. So anyways, his nurse, like his side chick there, like who's been working with him for like 30 years, she was a lot more aggressive, and she's like, no, she's like, I know this is gonna look good on you, it's gonna be fine, I'll convince him and stuff. So by the end of the consultation, like he gave me, hello, hi, do you want a softie? Okay. They were able to do like before and after pictures, like, you know, before the surgery. And just one sec. Anyways, so long story short, they ended up actually like after like they healed and settled and stuff, they ended up actually like looking like those pictures that I had originally brought in, like yeah, so I was super, super happy. And I guess with textured silicone, like it takes like 2 to 3 months for them to drop or like settle, whereas the other ones maybe like 6 or 7 weeks. Well, actually, I think it takes like a lot longer, like for them to like, you know, fully drop or whatever you want to call it, like probably 6 months to a year. But for the initial, like to see like what they're gonna look like, it takes longer for the textured silicone. Anyways, so I went for my last consultation. Well, there's be a 6 month one, a 6 month post-op one, but this was the 8-week one, and I went this week, or was it last week? I don't remember. Anyways, and everything was fine. They said they looked super good, and I was really happy with them. So if you guys are looking to get a boob job and you're in Southern California, definitely check out La Jolla Cosmetic Surgery Center. It was super affordable, and they have payment plans. I'm sure it asked somewhere in here, but I paid $6,600. I think like $6,650 because I paid it up front. If you take a payment plan, I think it's like around $7,000. Anyways, I thought that was really good. I thought I'd be paying like 10 or 12 grand for a boob job, and that anything cheaper was like low quality. Well, that's not true. How long till you'll bench? I mean, I've been benching here and there, but I mean, yeah, you could probably bench like a month full stop depending on how your healing is going. Like I said, everybody's different. Mine healed super quick. Also, how big are your scars? The scars are about 1.5 inches long. It's not bad, eh? It's not bad. And I mean, the way like my breast falls, like you can't see them. And I think that they go away almost completely, probably like after a year, 18 months, like you just don't even see them anymore. Thank you for being open about it. Do you still have all feeling in all of the parts, nips in particular? No, I don't. The sensation in my nipple is almost completely gone. And a lot, like probably like 60 or 65% of my breast, like there's not a lot of feeling to it. There is a lot, like it's all regular, like on top and in the middle, but all like the stretch part, like underneath and on the sides, there's not a lot of feeling. And so just everybody's concerned about losing strength whenever you go back to powerlifting, and I really don't think that's the case at all. Yeah, like I said, I don't really care a lot about benching right now, and that's why I got them done now, you know, because like I'd, reached the goals that I wanted to in powerlifting. So like I've wanted to get my boobs done for a long time, for years and years, but I was an equipped powerlifter, so I wasn't ready to be benching with D-cup breasts and a bench shirt or anything like that. So I waited, until I was ready for them, until I was kind of ready to not take powerlifting so seriously anymore for myself, focused on coaching and running my business. But I went in my deadlift suit and was hitting almost PRs, like super close to PRs. After not even training seriously for 8 weeks or taking steroids. Haven't taken any steroids since May. I competed May 7th. And so it's May, so June, July, August. So it's almost 4 months. Anyways, and I'm competing in single ply deadlift, and I've only put on the suit a couple times, and the numbers are still there. So I wouldn't be too worried about it at all. Did you have to wear a special supportive bra after the procedure, and if so, for how long? Did you get saline or silicone, and why that choice? Well, to answer the second question, I got silicone, and it's because that's just what you do now. That's what all the young girls do now. They get textured silicone. So I'm gummy bear, please. I think saline is a much more old school way of doing it. I don't think it's quite the newest technology. I know some girls prefer that look. I think that there's more rippling in the skin, and I just liked what I saw and what I heard about silicone. And a supportive bra afterwards, yeah, they give you these kind of wonder bra, granny bras to wear for, I think I only wore one for 2 days or something. Then I just wore kind of a bigger, looser sports bra for that week, and then I didn't wear a bra at all for, I don't know, a while. You can get silicone nipple covers, or called pasties or something. They're on Amazon, and you just stick them over your nipple, because after you get a boob job, you have perfect breasts, and you don't really need to wear a bra. I mean, I do now, because I'm obsessed with going to Victoria's Secret now that I'm a 32 double D, but for a while after the surgery, it was just a lot more comfortable, because you can't wear any underwire for a while, so I just wear a bigger sports bra or whatever. Will you be able to bench press in a shirt with a shirt on again? Yeah, I'm sure I could. There's women who do it, but I don't think I will. I mean, who knows? I might, but I'm not interested in that right now. For what I would have to do to be able to hit PRs, I'm not gonna do. So it's no, what's the point? Just bench raw. How long was the recovery period for normal everyday stuff? They say you're not supposed to lift half a gallon, more than anything heavier than half a gallon of milk for 2 weeks after the surgery. I was living alone, and so I kind of had to carry up the kitty litter to the 3rd floor of my place and stuff, and yeah. Do you weigh more now? No, I actually weigh a lot less now, because I haven't been training heavy and taking steroids, so I've dropped a lot of weight since then. Are you guarded about trauma from the barbell or any other device, bench, etc., from breaking them? No. Well, I was a little bit worried. I pulled in a deadlift suit, and this is a small fucking suit that I got into, and like I was worried like one of them was gonna pop. And that didn't happen. Very grateful. It hasn't made a difference in any of the exercise I do. I've heard like so much stuff like about setting the bar down on deadlifts, or like whenever you're doing like wide grip lat pull downs and like having the weight go back up, and how just I've heard like a lot of different things of like where you feel like they're moving or it just feels super weird, people say. That I have not experienced any of that. And I'm not bullshitting you, like everything feels the same. Everything feels the same. Does consistently working out your chest have a negative effect on the implants or vice versa? I know you're not a doctor, but what's your opinion? Yeah, I think it does have, I think like training your chest and benching after you get implants, they'll like separate them. But I know like, I mean, I'm still going to do it, like whatever. I'll just get them fixed in 10 years or something if, you know, if I need to. Like, I'm not going to stop working out. I'm not going to stop doing the things I love to do because like they might look a little different. I just wanted some and now I got some, so. She moved up 1 cup size, they're still small. And just other people asking me like if I've run into like horror stories or anybody else's personal experiences or complication related to lifting specifically. And no, I have not. Does it depend if you go above or below the muscle? Like if chances of like ripping something whenever you go back to training? No, I don't think you're gonna rip anything either way. As long as you like let them heal properly, it's gonna be healed. And you can go back to training it. How much money do you spend at Katsu weekly, monthly, and how often do you do accessories? Seriously. Oh, that's for my training partner, Derek. I probably spend on average of $7 a week at Katsu, on average of $38 a month, because sometimes Amanda and I go there for lunch, but not always. And how often do I do accessories? I don't know. I can't remember the last time. Oh yeah. When the fuck was that? Probably like a week ago. I'm like, shit, my arms can't look like shit in the wedding dress, so I stopped working and I went into the gym, on the gym floors in my office of the gym, and I did a set of shoulders, biceps, and triceps. And that's the last time I did accessories. I've been torn about whether to get implants before or after children. Do you know what's recommended? I would say definitely after children because your breasts will change, like because of breastfeeding and gaining weight and stuff. That's it. Okay, thanks guys. If you have questions for the next Q&A, you can leave them in the comments down below. Right, Kilo? And we'll answer them. Okay.